Good morning everyone. I am Devesh Banerjee, HOD of Electronics and Telecommunication Department. Today I am going to discuss the topic on analog pulse modulation. Okay. So what are the type of analog pulse modulation? Analog pulse modulation, two types. Okay, so there are two types of analog pulse modulation. Is called the PAM. First is called the PAM. You are already know the full form of PAM is called the pulse amplitude modulation, and second type is PTM. Okay, which is called the pulse time modulation. So PTM is also two types. Okay, is called the PWM, which is called the pulse width modulation, and second is PPM, which is called the pulse position modulation. Okay, this is the classification of analog pulse modulation technique. So analog pulse modulation two types. First is called the PAM and second is called the PTM. Here also PTM two types. First is called the PWM and second is called the PPM. So some parameter, some parameter of carrier wave is varied according to the modulating signal. First, I discuss the PAM. The full form of PAM is pulse amplitude. Okay, pulse amplitude modulation. Okay, so for the name pulse amplitude modulation, so here amplitude is varying. Okay, here the amplitude of carrier wave is varying according to the modulating signal. So what is the definition of PAM? Amplitude of carrier signal is vary according to the message signal. Okay. Here the carrier signal is rectangular pulse. Here this carrier signal is rectangular pulse. Okay, and message signal is sine wave. Okay, so the main criteria is amplitude. Amplitude is varying. Okay, so it is called the PAM. Next, what are the output of PAM signal? This is the message signal, which is denoted by MP. Okay, this is the message signal, which is sine wave. Okay, this is the sinusoidal wave. And next is carrier signal. Which is denoted by CT. Okay, this is the carrier signal. Okay. This is the rectangular pulse which is used as a carrier signal. Okay. Next, what is the diagram of PAM signal? So here the PAM signal is, which is denoted by GT, which is the PAM signal. Okay. So here the message signal, this is the PAM signal where amplitude is varying. Okay, this amplitude is varying according to this carrier signal, and this is the diagram of PAM signal where amplitude is varying. There are three types of PAM signal. Okay, there are three types of PAM signal. First is flat top. This PAM signal is called the flat top PAM. Flat top PAM. Okay, flat top PAM. I discussed this flat top sampling, natural sampling, and also instantaneous sampling. Here we use the flat top sampling, so we get the flat top PAM. Okay, next we discuss the generation of PAM signal. How we generate this signal. Okay, so next we discuss the PAM generation method. Okay, PAM generation method. Next topic is PAM generation method. How we generate the PAM signal. Okay, so first the block diagram of PAM signal, PAM generation. Okay, this is the low pass filter. Next, multiplier. Next, pulse shift. Network. And this is the PAM signal. Okay. This is the pulse string generator. Okay, and here the message signal MP. Okay, so the message signal is first going through a low pass filter, which is basically a aliasing filter. It's prevent the aliasing effect. So here the low pass signal is used, and here also the MP is a low frequency signal. So the low frequency signal is passes through a low pass filter and block the other frequency component, and also low pass filter block the aliasing effect. Next, the output of the low pass filter is goes to a multiplier. Okay, so the low pass filter output of a the output of the multiplier okay, and this signal is not a PAM signal. Okay, so the phase shift network, the pulse shift network convert this signal to the PAM signal. Okay, and this is the PAM signal. So pulse shift network convert this signal into original PAM signal, and this PAM signal is a flat top PAM, and this the signal is a flat top PAM, and this PAM signal is called the natural PAM signal. Okay, so pulse shift network convert natural PAM into flat top PAM. Why it is called the flat top? Means the amplitude is flat. So it is called, this portion is flat. Okay, amplitude is flat. So it is called the flat top PAM. So this is the process of generation of a PAM signal. Okay, next I discuss. This is the modulation method of PAM generation, and here demodulation method of PAM. How we recover the original signal from the PAM signal? How we recover the original signal means empty from the PAM signal? Okay, first the block diagram of the PAM reception is shown here. Is called first the reconstruction filter. Okay, first is the reconstruction filter, and second is equalizer. Okay, so first is reconstruction filter. Here the PAM signal. First reconstruction filter, and second is equalizer. Here the message signal. We get the message signal, which is denoted by MP, means this type of signal. Okay, this is the message signal, and PAM signal means this type of signal is called the PAM signal. So how we recover the message signal from the PAM signal? First, the PAM signal is passes through a reconstruction filter. Basically, a reconstruction filter is a low pass filter. Basically, a reconstruction filter is a low pass filter whose cutoff frequency greater or equal to 2 FM. Okay, reconstruction filter basically a low pass filter whose cutoff frequency is greater or equal to 2 FM because it's maintain the sampling theorem. Next, output of the reconstruction filter is passes through a equalizer. Equalizer is basically a filter, okay, which remove the distortion of the signal. So remove distortion of the signal. The distortion of the PAM signal is called the aperture effect. Okay, the distortion of the PAM signal is called the aperture effect. So equalizer, basically equalizer is a filter which remove the aperture effect. What is aperture effect? Aperture effect is the remove the distortion. Okay, or distortion of a PAM signal is called the aperture effect. So the equalizer remove the aperture effect and we get the message signal, which is denoted by empty. Okay, this is the demodulation of PAM signal. So first I discussed what is PAM and what is the diagram of PAM signal. Second is how we generate the PAM signal, and third is how we recover the original message signal from PAM signal. Okay, this is the topic I covered today. Okay,